make sure that I capture this, because this is as close of a sunrise we're gonna get, right? So now we're gonna make a couple of videos. It's gonna be fun. The sun is supposed to be there until 6. I'll go back to sleep, and I have to see when I'm gonna start work, because I'm still waiting for the text. I know I'm working for sure today, but I don't know when. Is it 8 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock? I don't know. Right now it's 5:54. So yeah. Don't blink, c'est boring quand on fait un show. Because they're doing well. Because they're doing amazing on this 26th June 2005. You can tell we look tired. It's totally normal. This is the last sunrise we have for 4 days, so I don't want to capture it. And if I had to make some sacrifice for that, I'll make sacrifice for that. Anyway, here we are. It's actually really nice outside. Okay. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to our show. Because I'm doing well, because I had a wonderful day on this 26th June 2005. As you can tell, we're kind of tired over here. Is a whole situation. I'm working today, I don't know what time. This is sunrise right now, and I want to capture that. So, we're gonna capture the sunrise. We're gonna eat breakfast, we're gonna do pistachios. Pistachio because my mom wanted me to be healthy. So she bought me, which is very kind. I thought like pistachios, so we're gonna be salting them manually. Who does that? I do it. You guys like the sunrise? No sunrises for the next 4 days, so especially when we're waking up. And with this, I was still asleep, but it's so nice. You're gonna see the temptation. You're gonna see me itching a lot here. Yesterday we made some videos on the balcony. Because I got bitten 3 times in a close area. In the same zone. Yesterday, so it's itching like crazy. However, try to resist now. I love white bread. I love it. So now that our bread is done, we started today's video. Today's video was actually quite nice. Today's video is about why content creation is hard. So if you don't like whining, if you don't like people that complain, this isn't a video for you. However, if you want to see the truth, well, my truth of content creation, it is actually quite nice. So I think this is gonna be a long video, so take a seat, grab some Kinder, you know who you are, and enjoy. So, I think before we start, I think I have to talk about why are we doing this video, right? Because whenever I'm hit with an obstacle, whenever I'm hit with some bad news, or whatever I'm hit in a wall, you know, after 4 years, 674 followers, you know, now, ultimately speaking, we're not making the best content, so that's okay. Ultimately speaking, nobody owes me anything, which is okay. But it's still, you know, it's still rough. And then, you see all of those videos that you make that have 0 views, and you're like, okay, well, what am I doing wrong? My videos are too long, right? And I don't do enough. This is the kind of content I want to watch. This is the content I want to do. Right? Give me a sec. I'm not gonna snort an hour time with you guys. And then you realize that, you know what? Rather be again, this is something that I've been talking a lot about recently. I'd rather be broke and sad and happy than rich and sad. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, right? I think that makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. And it's just a reality that I'm facing lately. And this reality that I'm facing lately is actually kind of good because although it's not a absolute or a fatality, I think it's actually pretty good. Because people say, okay, well, rich is what? Rich is money, right? But it's not money. It's your friends, your family, your situation, if it's going well, if it's not going well. You know, it's a bunch of things that cannot be resumed with only one thing. So on that note, that's actually pretty good, right? So, I'm kind of okay with what's going on as long as I'm happy, right? Right now, like, we're trying to work. It's not perfect because it's freaking. We're trying to work. It's not perfect because it's freaking agency work. So, you know, it's not ideal, but at the same time, it's kind of nice, and it's kind of nice, you know. It could be better, but it could be worse, and since it could be worse, it could be. It's a good thing, right? I have a bunch of friends that are super cool. If I say so myself, I got a good family. I got good friends, which I made a video for yesterday. I'm lucky. I'm lucky in life, right? Could be much worse. I'm repeating myself, but it could be much worse. As long as I'm able to, this is a mentality thing. This is really okay. I'm so freaked out because I'm tired and that's my film. I was tired like that. We didn't record the gameplay, so let's be careful here. I don't like being sick. Who likes being sick, right? Okay, so there's event reward. I'm gonna do this. Thank you for the gift. And thank you for this. Nice. So a lot of people, right, myself included, don't realize like you. It's so tough, right? It's so tough to make it on social media, right? So why am I making this video? Well, because lately I've been facing a little bit of a harder period, right? Where I feel like it's not moving forward. Now, ultimately speaking, there's a really good reason as to why. Lately, I needed it to work. Like, for example, when I had my new job, look at this. This is beautiful, actually. And it's nice outside. It's nice. It's like 17 degrees. Knowing that 2 days ago we had like 34. This is really nice. Look at this. I need it to work because I don't know what I'm doing. What I'm doing right now is I'm emptying trucks and I'm filling them up. So it's super easy. It's super easy. It's just busy work. Now, ultimately speaking, this job is kind of really nice because they pay you by the trucks. So sometimes I have one truck that paid $80. It's a great thing, but it's not a good thing. Sometimes I'm gonna have one truck. It's gonna give me $80. I'm gonna do it by two, which means $40 each. Right? If we do it in my hair's a mess today. There's time where lately I've been wanting to cut them a lot. Is it better? No. Alright, wait, give me a sec. See? Because I didn't have time to wake up to take a shower. If I take a shower, I'm not gonna be able to go back to sleep. Because the shower will wake you up. Warm or cold, it will wake you up. The feeling of water hitting your skin, the benefit that it has, right? Did you guys know that one of the most popular activities in Japan is hot bath? I didn't know that. I didn't know. I've been watching a lot of Overlord, so that's how I know. Give me a second. I'm gonna calm my air. You guys don't even care, right? Even if I look like shit, you don't really care. Even right now, and this is the beautiful thing. I'm gonna make an hour video, knowing that shorter videos have more potential to appeal to people. You know, Why? Because it's what I want to do, and if I don't do what I want to do, what's the point, right? Yeah, so lately it's been a bit more difficult because I needed it to work. If I didn't have, for me, I'm a very prideful person. That's one of my biggest flaw. I'm very prideful. I don't ask for help. I don't ask for handouts. I don't ask for anything. Very prideful, which is a bad thing. So when it comes to something like right now, where going back to work, it's a great thing because it's healthier, it's more social, it's going out, but at the same time, it's admitting that the last 4 years weren't enough to make a dream come true, weren't enough to make a passion come true. There's people opening up businesses, going to the bank and say, hey, this is dumb, day one. They're going to the bank and say, hey, I need some capital to win a company. And the bank says, okay, well, okay, we're going to charge you interest. And then in 4 years, not only are they able to maintain a profit, but they're opening up a second store. We had a dream to make videos, and we didn't make it, you know? So it's a bit rough, right? Now, before we start this video, we're going to talk about why is content creation, because the name of the video is why content creation is hard, right? Now we're going to be talking about why content creation is the best fucking job in the world. See, it's complex because when you look at time, right? When you look at time, you look at jobs that were super painful. Now, they were super lucrative. They call it lucrative because that's a real big boy world. That's a real big boy word. Lucrative means that it makes you a lot of money, right? And there's been a ton of time, like the gold rush. The gold rush was the biggest thing, and the gold rush was insane because, okay, so basically, technically speaking, and this is gonna be a bit of a conspiracy theory, right? A bit of a conspiracy theory, but it's not gonna be crazy. So, since the dawn of time, well, since the Lord, money has been controlled with tax, with a bunch of stuff. Money has been controlled, right? It's a simple fact of life. There's nothing wrong there. It's just something that happens, right? And then it happens like with your taxes, with the cost of life, right? See, the cost of life with inflation, it matters to the little people. For the people with a lot of money, it doesn't really matter because it's making a bigger dent, and their fortune. If I were to say fortress, which is a better word than fortune, but if I say fortress, you're not gonna understand. So the fortune is a fortress because it protects them from anything in life. Hey, I got a fine, I can pay it. Hey, my car's not working, I can pay it. Hey, I'm hungry, let's go to the restaurant. Okay, I can pay it. That is fortress of wealth, right? And yes, inflation makes a bigger dent, but you're not gonna. I'm gonna talk about Attack on Titans. You're not gonna break down the wall with a knife. You know? So yeah, so the gold rush, why it was so important was because there was a lot of flooding, right? It was a lot of flooding, and there was a lot of gold mines. And what happened was a gold mine, the flooding took apart some pieces of gold, because gold is less sturdy than rocks, and it's a beautiful material. So then the water came down, and because the water came down, then people were able to find gold. So gold has a nice price. Now, you know the craziest thing about gold rush, right? People that were really dumb. There's a movie like that. There's a movie about that recently, which is Sisu, which is really good. The people were really dumb because gold was so common that the price of gold declined. This is the first time in history that gold declined. Now, why does it matters? Well, because gold has a lot of values, right? There's people out there that are taking pieces away. They're taking apart a computer to go into CPUs, and there's gold pieces in the CPUs. So they do that, which is fucking crazy. You buy an old computer just to get pieces of gold. It's nuts. There's also gold and silver. I bet you didn't know that. There's gold and silver. There's gold and calculator. Crazy, right? Because I believe it's because it's a good conduit for electricity. That's what I believe it is for. I was making sure that this was recording because I'm tired, and sometimes when I'm tired, I make mistakes. Let's not make mistakes, right? If we can avoid making mistakes, let's avoid making mistakes. So yeah, the gold rush was crazy. And why the gold rush was so amazing, it was because you could find the wealth. It wasn't about your family, it wasn't about your wealth. It wasn't about your ability to succeed in life thanks to sacrifices of others. It was about being lucky, right? So that people went to the gold rush and they found pieces of gold. And they were lucky they found more gold. And they were lucky they were found more gold. There's also something called the blood diamond, which is in Africa. Which is diamond, because they have a lot of mine with diamond. And the same thing happened. Flooding, right? But then what happened with them is, when somebody realized that, they brought guns, they brought war, and they were like, hey, guess what? You're gonna pick up the diamond for us, and if you don't, it's a different mentality. So with these two events, you make a fortune of yourself, right? The content creation, it was all about, well, it used to be, I'm going to talk about this a lot. It's going to be a long video, so we're going to be here for an hour, maybe an hour and a half, who fucking knows? So sit down and grab a snack. I'm going to grab pistachios, because I love pistachios, even though they shouldn't have salt. Agreed. I like it that my mom wants me to be healthy, but I'm not healthier when I don't eat them, you know? So, I feel like I'm complaining shit. So, it used to be about being likable, right? If you made good content, you were popular, right? And it used to be about a passion, a hobby. There's this guy, I don't know his name, but it's a small channel. It's a small channel that grew a lot. Because they were like, hey, we like you, we like the way you talk. This is what old YouTube used to be about. People with hobbits, right? That hobbits is not from the Shire, hobbits. See, I'm tired, but I'm still in a good mood. I actually like waking up early, and I actually crave the feeling of being tired. I don't know why. Maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe because, I don't know. Small part of me says, well, who else does this, right? And yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing that people could make a living out of what they're doing. A lot of artists came in and said, well, my painting doesn't make money, but if I paint on videos, I can make money. People get discovered. Justin Bieber got discovered, right? A lot of people musically got discovered. And then it became about who you knows. So it became about money. How much money are you willing to put in the video? How much money are you not willing to put in the video? I got a crazy rates. We just saw Mr. Beast's newest video. Lose 100 pounds, gain I don't know how much money. You know. But money. It's always about money. When Mr. Beast came in, it changed YouTube. But it didn't really change. Because now what we're doing is, what's really popular is IRL streaming. So people like Lacey, like the Phase House, like Speed, like Kaisenat, right? And now, what we're really starting to see is, it's about who you know. Oh, you know the big streamer, right? Well, you're gonna get popular, you're gonna get featured, right? You know the craziest thing? We talk about plants, just like the diamond, just like the gold. What if I had money, right? And I had a lot of money, and behind the scene, I made a contract with, I don't know, Fusi. We have the same birthday. I don't like Fusi, but we do have the same birthday. I told him, hey, appear on my stream, I'll give you X amount of money. Guys, people like Snoop Dogg, one of the biggest influence on rap and modern days, will do a feature on your album, or on one song, for 250,000. If Snoop Dogg will do it, a lot of people will do it. You think Snoop Dogg need money? No. But a business is a business, right? So this is why it's hard. Because it's not about a person anymore, it's about who you know, algorithm. People study algorithm. I saw something that blew my fucking mind. blew my fucking mind. We'll be talking more about YouTube today, though, because that's my favorite platform. Okay. And I'm in a new account. Because I wanted to watch. So I have 4 accounts. I got my main account, right, which is Ing Vendetta. I got my gaming account, which is Ing Vendetta Gaming. I got a third account, which is Ing Vendetta Crib. So this is what I'm watching at home, right? So this is really cool because I made this channel about a year and a half ago, and I just watched it from home. I just watched it from the computer. I just watched it from the TV, and this is my recent, right? And the algorithm will push forward videos that I want to watch. So, for example, with Ivy Cribs, we watch a lot of this has nothing to do with the channel, the video, but still, who gives a shit? This is a story. I'm a storyteller. A lot of Outdoors Boy. I've been watching a lot of Outdoors Boy. I just watched yesterday The Shining 2, the movie, and it was chef kisses. It was so good. So then I was like, okay, well, let's create this. Then I had a channel called, oh, this is embarrassing, Young Champagne Poppy for Real. So Young Champagne Poppy for Real was a joke that I made. It's a channel that's like 12, 13 years old. So this was a channel since I was a content creator. Before I was a content creator. Since I was on YouTube, right? So I started being on YouTube about at 18, 19, and we created Champagne Pappy, which is a funny name, right? So Champagne Pappy, the crazy thing about it is, it's my original channel, right? Why don't I use it anymore? Because Champagne Pappy algorithm promotes video that I was watching 7, 8 years ago. My taste in content changed, right? What I was watching back then, I'm not watching anymore. There's nothing wrong with that content. It's just you grew up from it. See, I'm a simple guy. When I had Champagne Pappy, oh my god, this is cringe. This is cringe. When I had Champagne Pappy, I didn't have white hair, so I was okay watching Boga and Nico Cado all day because I was downloading those videos and watching them. Illegal, I know. My apologies. That was 10 years ago, so who gives a shit? Besides, guess what? I didn't actually create a tool. I just used a tool that was already created, right? When somebody gets their nude leaks on Reddit, that's not your fault. You're just watching them. You're just enjoying it, right? You're not guilty. You're just using the tool that are available to you. And with Young Champagne Pappy, it's only like 3 or 4 content creators. It's AGP, it's Meg Jagger Nuggets, it's Kid Boga and Nico Avocado. I think there's a bit of there's gaming, there's Super Best Friend, which are really good, but don't make content anymore. And that's pretty much it. It's a lot of Let's Play. Oh my god, there's Sugar Con Ray. Yeah. Oh yeah, I watch a lot of him. Right? So I created a 5th account. Fifth. Why? Because I wanted to watch what the channel looked like. Okay? So every single channel that I made is subscribed. So gaming is subscribed to normal, and normal subscribed to gaming. But Young Champagne Pappy is subscribed to both, and Ing Vendetta Cribs, the third prize, is subscribed to both, which is kind of cool. So I went to watch from a channel that's not subscribed. How does my channel look? How long does it take before I see myself in the algorithm? I see YouTube as a program, which is AI. Who's gonna know that? And it's gonna be IP address. It's either you, your kids, or your family member, or your friend, or your girlfriend. But you have some shared common interests, right? But we're together for so long. So they'll kind of put content for the original channel, saying maybe the original will promote it, right? It's funny, lately I've been watching a lot of Overlord. and YouTube has been giving me shorts and shorts of Overlord, which is really good, but it's a bit weird. And all of this to say, I was watching I was on a new channel, and for some reason, I think because I was in a rush, I wrote that I was 16 years old. You good, bro? You good, homie? Yeah, I know, bro. I know. They were making videos, people sleeping, so, you know. You don't hear me. I'm joking. And I was sent to YouTube Kid, and I saw some things that are phenomenal. I saw kids in a school getting 1 million, 2 million views, right? And those kids are trained to be YouTuber. It's a new reality. They're trained to be new content creator, right? And it's also the fact that how it came about. At first, social media wasn't you can make money out of it. You can make money out of it. Then they start monetizing it. YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Snapchat. Fun fact, Snapchat is possibly the most money you can make. Fun fact, Pornhub also gives you a lot of cash. It is 6:20, guys, by the way. Oh, if it was 4:20, people would say, ha ha ha. That's why. No, it's 6:20. I know this is a lot of work, but it's a fucking whole bag. After that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna put some adobo spices. It'll be amazing. Why am I not doing clips? Because it didn't upload properly on the phone. I went to sleep at like 1 o'clock. Not knowing there's gonna be sun tomorrow. And before I started, I said, okay, well, should I put it? Before I went to bed, I always check the weather. Because I have a chair. This chair is made of wood. Cannot have water. And holy shit, it's nice tomorrow. So I have to wake up at 4 hours. Ew. A hair. My hair, but still a hair. Texture-wise, it's not pleasant. You can eat a pussy, and you'll have hair in your mouth, and you're supposed to enjoy it, but it's still hair, you know. So, like I was saying before I got interrupted by myself, people went on the social media because it was fun. People went on places like MySpace. You think people were making money on MySpace? I don't think so. People loved it. You know what the craziest thing? One of the people's favorite app, one of the favorite people app was Vine. Do you know why Vine closed? It's a crazy story. So Vine used to be like a TikTok. You could make videos, but it had to be upward of 6 seconds. So it was amazing. People love Vine. David Dobrik come from Vine. Logan Paul come from Vine. Josh Beck come from Vine. The Getter family, which I watch, which I love, are from Vine, you know? So why it was so popular was because it was 6 seconds. It was pre-TikTok. So TikTok was originally called Musical.ly. And Musical.ly was the musical version of Vine. But they tried themselves as such. But then they realized that they were losing a lot of cash. By not including gaming, by not including life, cooking, and shit like that, right? That's what I would like. Okay, well, fuck it. See, one of the channels that I like the most, but it's the exact thing I'm talking about, is Nick Giovanni. Now, who is Nick Giovanni? Nick Giovanni is a dude that used to go to college and decided to go to MasterChef. And accepted the MasterChef. And then they get accepted the MasterChef. He created a following. Now he went to YouTube and he became really, really, really popular. Right? And I did it. One of my favorite YouTuber ever, Rich Piana. Do you guys know what he did? And this is, I'm sorry, I told 1,000,000 times already. Rich Piana was, rest in peace, was this amazing content creator. Amazing content creator. I love Rich Piana. But he would swear like a motherfucker. God damn it, fuck you. Was really swearing. It was a part of his personality. The funny thing is, he was making content during the apocalypse. So all of his video were demonetized, and all of his video were not pushed by the algorithm, right? Why didn't he care? Because Rich had businesses, and he did a smart businessman move. He was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna make money on YouTube. I don't like their rule. I don't like how strict they are. But I'm gonna be using this social media platform that I'm building, this following that I'm building. I'm gonna be using it as a way of getting money. Bonjour. Ça va bien?
Oui, ça va bien, merci.
Good. So he used that to make money, my neighbor. And yeah, it's kind of crazy because he said, okay, I'm going to make money and I'm going to be using my businesses to make money. So he didn't really need the money aspect of YouTube, but he needed the visibility aspect of YouTube. Now, Rich Piana was crazy. Rich Piana was, when he was younger, he was a bodybuilder. She is so fucking nice. Guys, it is 6:20 a.m. She could tell me, shut the fuck up, but she doesn't. She's super nice. And the husband is also super nice. But it's different because the husband is a bit deaf because he's older. I think she's 60 something and he's 80. He's deaf. He doesn't hear me, you know. Thank God. She's super nice, so shout out to her. Shout out to her. I'm not gonna tell you your name because privacy. I care about her. She's nice, so you know. And it's funny because there's a lot of older women in my building, and they're always asking me about my mom. I think it's an older woman kind of thing, a cougar thing, a MILF thing. So yeah. So Rich was this complex. His mother was a bodybuilder. So he got into bodybuilding. He made his fortune by making ads because he was big. He was 6'6" something and huge, you know. But he stopped because he started having businesses. He started selling protein, he started selling egg white. As crazy as it seemed, he was selling egg white. And then he was like, okay, well, guess what? This is so fucking nuts. Because he went to a expo and he had more people in his booths than other people. The fitness industry on social media is insane. People like Alex Eubanks, the Trend Brother, Asam Sulek, Lean Beef Patty, Morg Pie. A lot of people, you know. See, Morg Pie, she doesn't give a fuck how much she makes on YouTube because she got OnlyFans, you know. It's nuts. So then, come back to the subject. This is just the platform what it was, using it to further your plans. It's the first thing. It is the first thing. Imagine if anybody had the power or the right to sell actions. You know? Then it became a job. And now it's crazy because last year, well, we had a wave of people retiring and big content creators retiring. Right? And to me, this is not retiring because they're still making money out of it. So you're like, okay, well, you know, at the same time, there's no pension, there's no retirement funds, right? It's a bit hard for that. So with content creation, it was like, well, it's a cool thing to do. And see, in my case, why it mattered so much was it was the first time I was passionate about something. Did I have passion for video games? No. Did I enjoy video games? Absolutely. When I was younger, my mom, she said, I'm gonna make you work at video games. You like it, you like it, you like it. And I'm like, no. She's like, no, why? Because I'm playing, I'm not working, I'm playing, you know? Yeah, it was nuts. It was nuts. And then she was like, oh, well, what you gonna do in life? I was like, I don't know. Most kids of my age, when they were younger, most people of my age, when they were younger, they knew what they were gonna do. Because when in the 90s, the opportunity, the choices were different. I'm gonna be a firefighter, I'm gonna be a policer, I'm gonna be a hockey player, a soccer player, a basketball player, a football player, tennis player, ice skater, I don't know. So they decided to do that, right? And it was nice. It was nice because that was their job, their goal in life, you know. I had a job when I was passionate. I was working in 9 to 5, which is a system that I don't. I have problems with 9 to 5. in my book, 9 to 5 is bad because if you have more work, you have more work. But if you have less work, you have less work. For example, the job that I have right now is not even 9 to 5. If I have one truck and it's $80, divided by 2, that's 40. Right? If I don't have a second truck, no matter how much I worked, I got $40 this day. It's not a lot, no, it's not a lot. But there's day when I'm making $70. There's day when I'm working 5 hours because I don't take breaks, and I'm making $30, which is really good, you know. And I'm still. That's why I don't have a schedule, right? That's why, for example, today I'm supposed to work because I haven't worked all week. Do I have a car? Do I have a truck? Or do I clean up the building? I don't know. I know that I'm gonna get some shift finally, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, why am I making this video? Again, lately I've been really needing the content to work. Lately I've been giving back into the passion of making content. Due to depression, due to the mental health, kind of gave up on it a little bit. Thoughts of giving up came in. Thoughts of doubt came in. For the first time. See, this is the craziest thing. This is when you know that I'm built different, bro. It took me 3 years and a half to start thinking this is difficult. Making content is difficult. See, picking up a camera and filming is complex. It's easy. This is complex. Getting a demographic, getting people to follow. You know, I'm more popular on TikTok for the simple reason that on TikTok, I interact with people more. You know, I interact with people a lot more. It's just nice to see. You know, and people are super kind. Yes, there's an asshole here and there, but people are genuinely kind, right? And the reason why I'm saying that also is my channel is kind of at a point. There's small growth, but there's period of growth. For example, in a month I'll make 30 followers. In a month I'll make 2 followers. So it's very weird, right? There's not a constant growth. So I'm living vicariously through somebody else, and she's kind of new to it. She has this passion, which we're both weird. So I see myself in her a lot. It's kind of. I'm not gonna say her name because I'm gonna talk shit about her a little bit. Lately, she's been, I don't want to say annoying. She's been getting on my nerves a little bit. So what she does is, look at this. Look how nice this is. This is super cool. So yeah, I told you, we're not gonna have sunrise today. So we're gonna have sunrise tomorrow. I'm gonna have sunrise in 3 days. I was gonna offer pistachio. Shit. And yeah. So she doesn't know I'm talking to the camera. She's always thinking I'm talking to someone. She said, you don't live alone. She's like, there's no way you live alone. Yeah, I live alone. And then, because she's so kind and she doesn't want to seem rude, she doesn't ask me who you're talking to. Now she's finally checking out that I'm filming, and she thinks I'm crazy. You know what? That's okay. As long as she likes me, I like her. So yeah, she's been obsessed with it, right? So I've had this before. People are obsessed with the thing, and they're constantly pushing their stuff, And to be honest, I kind of understand that. This selling the dream, people selling the dream, and when you watch, this is insane. People nowadays are watching more YouTube than Netflix. They're watching more YouTube than TV. They're watching more YouTube than Amazon Prime. They're watching more YouTube than Hulu. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's YouTube Kids. So by watching the content, like, holy shit, I want to do that. For the first time ever, a majority of people want to do that. When you listen to music, some people are going to be inspired to make music. When you listen to a movie, some people are going to be inspired to act. When you're watching a movie, some people are going to be inspired to be a firefighter because they saw a movie about a firefighter. Right? It's very complex. Very complex. But there's a lot of people who want to do that. So you're watching content, and you're watching content so much, it's like, yo, I could do this. Right? So, a lot of people in my life, I've been obsessed with that. There's this girl. Oh my god, my beginning on social media. My beginning was what? My beginning was being part of an Instagram group. À qui je peux vous en donner? Vous voulez des pistaches?
Non, monsieur.
C'est bon, par exemple. Demain la pluie, après-demain la pluie.
Pluie.
Ouais.
Ah oui.
So, like I was saying, I had people, like when I started, one of an Instagram group, right? And the Instagram group was always like, hey, watch my stream, I'll watch yours, and this is gonna be growth together. But it's not growth, because it's growth that is dependent on how much you put in. So I'm going to be spending 10 hours a day watching people live, and they're gonna be spending 2 hours of their time in my stream. In a sense, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of fucking nuts. Does it make sense now? Yeah, for Pistachio, she left. She's nice people. She's nice. Since I understand that, or people like, I often get people, and one of my first case, and it's not her fault. She has some form of I don't think it's Down syndrome, but I think she's, you know, simple, very simple-minded. And she was coming to my stream almost on a weekly basis to promote herself. I could get mad at her. She's special, right? Special need or something like that. I'm a fucking special need, you know? Depending on what's a need and what's not a need. And but I had a lot of people self-promoting. Or, hey, any of what I follow you if you follow me. I'm like, I don't care if you follow or not. You know? It shouldn't be about that. But again, it's such a competitive thing that I understand. And I saw people being obsessed with it. I lost friends because they were promoting too much. I lost friends because they were promoting too much. But I lost friends because I was working too much. See, the reason why I don't self-promote is because making content is hard. Being a content creator is hard. It's not hard when you make a video. It's hard to gain a following. It's hard to make it a possibility. It's hard to maintain. Like, for example, another people like, yo, I like you because you're a small content creator. And I get this compliment a lot. And they're like, you take the time to answer everybody. I'm like, yeah, but you realize the people that are big right now used to be small, and because they were small, they were able to answer everybody. This is not new. This is not something that is brand fucking new. It's something that's been going on for the dawn of time. The dawn of time. The dawn of time. I like saying that, the dawn of time. I'm just gonna plug my computer, my charger. If I can charge my batteries, we'll be able to charge at my father's. If I charge at my father's, I'm good. 32 minutes. 42 minutes. Beautiful. The weather, guys, is amazing. Come on, just fucking charge, please. Not much. It's charging. I'm gonna go to my. Depending on how much time when I'm gonna work, I'm possibly gonna go to my father's to take a coffee. Otherwise, because the thing is, I love my father, but thing is, this battery's gonna die. Not soon. We're still at 69%. And it's gonna die. So, I'm gonna finish this at like 7:30, 7:40. Which is like an hour, right? I have a lot left to say. And I'm gonna go to my father's house. If I start at 9, I'm gonna go at 8. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go at 8. I'm gonna leave at like 8:30 because it's close to my place. It's close to where I live. And yeah. just to see him. Otherwise, I'm gonna do what for 20 minutes. I don't know what to do. I'm already uploading a lot, so they're still on the uploading, right? And yeah, so it's very hard. I lost friends because I was too focused on work. I wasn't paying attention to people. I wasn't giving time to people that deserve time. And I lost our friends because they were always like promoting. I'm like, are we friends, or are you just trying to get some viewers, you know? And it's tough. And now I have a friend, and again, I'm not gonna say her name. Forget about it. She's actually really nice. I think she's really nice, but I think she's a bit confused. Yeah, she's a bit confused. So she's always self-promoting to me, and it's becoming bad. It's really bad. Because why do I feel like she's like me? Well, because she's weird. Because she's using social media as a way to get out of that comfort zone and to get out to be more social, right? She's actually a really cool person. But at the same time, she's doing things that I really dislike. And I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna expose her. Just talking. So what happened is, at first, she was kind of being flirtatious with me. I'm like, okay. Then I realized that she had a boyfriend. And I was like, why were you flirtatious with me? And I went to watch one of her lives, and she was being flirtatious with people because she's a pretty woman. Because she's a pretty girl, she gets attention for that. But she gets attention for her brains and shit like that, but she gets attention because she's pretty. And lately, it's been really sweet. She told me, hey, I'm getting more views, I'm getting more views, which motivates me to post more. And I was like, this is so cool. This is so cool. Right? But lately it's been a lot. Like, for example, it started like 3 days ago, where she's inviting me to her live, and oh my god, I come in, and she invited me like a couple minutes, and I was like at a party. I was at Saint Jean. You guys saw the content. I was at Saint Jean, which didn't have a lot of Wi-Fi, and I was having a party. I didn't feel like being on TikTok, to be honest. It's happening 2 days out of the. No, that's not true. So we have La Saint Jean, we have Canada Day, we have Thanksgiving. I'm not celebrating it. Christmas, my birthday. That's pretty much it, to be honest. That's pretty much it. So all of this being said, it's just nuts. It's just completely crazy. Because she's inviting me, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I didn't want to expose, but I'm gonna expose a little bit. She invites me, it's 10, 20 something, 22, 23, I don't know. And then I come in and I'm like, hey, sorry, I gotta stay, I'm at a party. And when I'm coming in, I said, I don't know if Ink is here. And I'm like, you just started your life, you just invite me, what am I supposed to do? Come right away? No, I'm busy, I'm doing shit, right? I didn't say nothing because I was like, you know what, it's okay, it happens. If you see, it's not the fact that it's working hard to. I don't think it's because promoting yourself is not working hard. Well, it is working hard because you're being more social, right? It's demanding. But it's, I think it's facing adversity. You know when you have a situation, there's a system of fight or flight, right? When you're having a difficulty, there's a system of, I don't know, asking for help or working harder. I'm like working harder. That's because I feel shame promoting my shit. That's because I feel guilty saying, hey, watch this and watch this and watch this and watch this. Because the truth is, I make 20, 30 videos a day. I don't expect you to watch all of them, you know? Fuck that. I had and I don't have told this story a lot, but I had a girlfriend in January. Holy shit, did a lot. Go Inky. And she was watching a lot of my videos. And she was watching, I think it was like 2 hours and a half, 3 hours of videos per day. Because her work was boring, so she could watch content. So it was company time, which is, I don't care. But then, everything I would say on camera, she would know. And I was like, okay, well, this is kind of, it's kind of like a breach of privacy. No, you're putting it out there, you know? They treat it as a journal, as a diary. Yeah, diary. Dear diary, emergency. Cause I don't want to be like this. I've been riding the street for too long now. I know nothing is true but this song now. But the further I go, I want to go home. If you can tell me who sings this, you're a legend. And if you can, I still love you. Yes, I've been working really hard, you know? And then, yesterday, she told me, so when I say 3 days, you understand that my whole sleep schedule is fucked up. I don't sleep like a normal person. Me and Janice are sleep warrior, you don't really understand? Me and Janice will sleep for 4 hours. We'll get back up. We'll sleep through the day, but still. So it happened on, today's the 26th. 24th is one day. 25th is one day. And 26th is another day. The reality is started on the 24th, like 10 o'clock. Yesterday, she sent me a message, right? And her message is, can you leave a comment, please? I need some help. And I didn't answer that. Why? Well, because there's a couple reasons. Again, I'm not gonna complain, but let's be honest here. It bothered me because you're not really wanting to talk. You just wanting me to do this. And you're saying we're friends, but we're not really friends. You're just kind of not using me, but I'm kind of useful to you. This is a very good word. You're not using me, but I'm useful. Very good. So yes, it's a bit shitty. Okay. I didn't answer because again, also, people, and I'm not judging, but people who ask for help tend to. She's brooming, then she'll slap the door, which is not cool. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm talking for 2 hours, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay. People that, a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people that ask for help have a tendency to ask for more help. Hey, you helped me before, can you help me again? You know, I live in a building with 50 apartments. How many people have come to my house and say, hey, can I borrow something? Once you lend them, you lend them. You know? And that's pretty much it. Kinda sucks. Because they're always gonna borrow stuff, right? And you don't wanna be a bad neighbor, so you say yes. I wanna be a bad friend, so I say yes. But if I answer right away, she'll feel comfortable doing that. And to be honest, it not pisses me off, but it annoys me. I hate when people say, hey, I did this, can you watch it? Hey, I did this, can you watch it? No, dude, I'm working. No, dude, I'm busy. No, dude, I'm not gonna put your content. You're a nice person, but I'm not gonna put your content before mine. I have to be selfish. So yeah, that annoyed me. And then, yesterday, she sent me twice her live. So yesterday, okay, I got 4 texts from this person, who's my friend. And those four texts are a video, a please comment and like, I need some help, and 2 live share. And I get that it's hard to make content. I get it's hard to make content. I get how hard it is that we have social media, but this is not nice to do to someone. This is not nice. Like, you got this friend, we all have this friend who's a businessman, and he says, you know what, now I'm just gonna sell chocolate. Now I'm gonna sell Tupperwares. And you wanna help, so you buy it, and you buy it, and you buy it, and then you realize that, holy shit, I bought so much stuff from this person. You're the content creator that I follow, DSP. It's a bit of a love and hate relationship. I watch a lot of content from him, I watch a lot of detractor content from him. So it's like a lol cow, and I'm watching a lol cow, but I'm watching him also. So with DSP, and this is, I'm gonna have to defend him. Yes, I'm gonna have to defend the guy that I'm just talking shit about. He has a system where he's always in financial trouble. He always need money. He always need money, and he always need money. Let's say it one last time. He always need money. Now, the truth is, why is he always needing money? Well, because he has bad financial practices. First of all, he doesn't save up. He goes to DoorDash every single day. That's costs money. But it's not his fault. I'm gonna have to defend that. Listen to me. It's not his fault that he asks for money every single day. It's his fault because it's our fault because they give the money. And they say, you know what, King? You know what, King? You asked, I gave you money yesterday, but you need money today. I'm gonna help you out. So if the bank was to tell you, hey, Monsieur Charret or Monsieur Vendetta, every single day I'm gonna give you $30, right? I'm gonna expect that $30. I'm like, you know what? I haven't picked up the check or the money from the bank in 2 weeks. 30 times 14. That's a nice little 360. That's a lot of cash, you know? I don't know why I did like that. 12 times 3. 12 times 3 is 36. Plus is 0 because it's 20. And yeah, it's just amazing. No, it's not 20, it's 30. Can function. Brain cannot brain. The brain is not braining. You know. Versus another one, which she's been my friend for a while, right? Oh, it's for DSP. Sorry, for DSP. It's tougher. It's really tough because you allow him to have this behavior. So as long as you don't cut the water, we're gonna take showers. There's this other girl that made content. She didn't self-promote it. I saw it and I was like, hey, I'm so proud of you for making content. I'm so proud of you because you actually put yourself out there. And she has this dream of making content. At the same time, she'll do a video 2 or 3 times a month. However, with her, it's very different because her dream was to make content, and now she is in a position of she has a job. So it's not a dream anymore. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, well, she has a job. She's good, you know. And I admire that. That I admire, right? My problem was I treated content creation as a plan A, as the primary plan, when it should have been a plan B, a plan C. Nothing, fuck that. Plan B, plan C is not believing in it, but it's the normal thing to do. A plan B or a plan C. You need a job to get money to pay your bills. You need a job to buy some content. So, for example, going to the store, going to the restaurant, takes money. Traveling takes money, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna stop the part here. I'm gonna do the second part in a couple of seconds. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to the Culture Show. You guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 26th June 2025. This is part 2 of why making content is so hard. It is so hard. Before we continue, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with only being able to have help. See, the personal person thing that I don't like that a person is asking me for help when it's only that they want. They don't want my friendship. They don't care. Like, I had this person. She came to a live. This was months ago. This was this winter actually. And she liked a couple of my videos, and then in the DMs she told me she did. I was like, okay, well, thank you. She's like, you can do the same. Wait a second. Are you kidding me? She's like, no, why? He said, you don't really care, right? You don't really care. It was shitty. So I blocked her. Was she wrong? In principle, yes. You shouldn't do something wanting something else in return. Right? You shouldn't be doing something else. At the same time, it's tougher. It's a lot tougher. Because if this is cultural thing, if the mentality of people is, I'm gonna self-promote, I'm gonna send my shit, I'm gonna promote my videos, I'm going live, so let me tell people I'm going live. I posted this video, so let me tell people I posted this video. You know? It's tough. Because if everybody else is doing that, this is the new norm. And even though you morally think it's wrong, your opinion, your ideals don't matter. It's gonna be the majority that wins. If a majority, okay, there's this study, and the guy, it's a guy, right? He's going in a classroom, and he's doing a survey. Going to the classroom, and they tell the class, they ask question. At first, the class give good answer. So they'll ask question like, hey, how much is 20 times 15? They'll give a good answer, which is 300. They'll give a good answer. Then they'll go for something else. What is the square root of 84? What is the square root of 64? 8, you know? They'll give a good answer. And the person knows that's a good answer, right? And then what they'll do is, they're all actors. So what they'll do is, they'll say, okay, well, what's 12 times 2? Then the classroom is going to say 26. So the guy who comes in, who's the subject of the study, say, no, that's not 26, 24. But everybody else in the class is saying 26. It's like, wait a second, maybe it is 26. Maybe I'm wrong. There's no way that everybody making a mistake, right? Which is factual. But if a belief is factual, so for example, right? Smoking was socially acceptable. I don't think people ever doubted that smoking wasn't great for you, right? There was a benefit to it. Lower your stress, lower your appetite, helps you wake up, helps you relax. The nicotine in itself is kind of, okay. Nicotine in itself is, oh my god, this is another subject, but still. Nicotine in itself is kind of healthy. It's not the healthiest thing, but it's kind of healthy. They put additive to it. They put additive to make it addictive. They put a lot of shit, right? And they put the thing that they had is not healthy. Weed in moderation is healthy. It cures Parkinson. It cures, it cures pain. It's a pain relief, you know, natural pain relief. It's addictive. Is it addictive because of what they put or not? You know, sleep aid, which is melanin, is addictive and abuse. Or when you take too much of it, right? It's addictive. So the content is the same thing. I didn't think about it, but imagine, right? Imagine when you do a video, and the video get 10 views. You're like, yo, this is so cool. And then the next video does 4 views. Like, oh my god, what happened? Whoa, what happened? I don't understand. Then you ask people, it's like, yo, I'm addicted. I had 10 views. Give me 10 views, please. I'm like, well, okay. How am I supposed to do that, you know? But then there's also this, before I continue, there's also something that I'm doing that's wrong. It's not because for me, it's not, I feel ashamed, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable asking for help. Even last time, Janice helped me, right? Last time somebody helped me with Janice. And Janice is part of the community that I built, and I'm so lucky to have him, but I'm so lucky to have other people as well. People don't understand that I've been working for 4 years, and the handful of people I have, without earning them, without owning them, kind of worked for it, you know? It's not because for me, it is something that I don't like to do, to ask for help. That is not okay for somebody else. Janice offered to help. I didn't ask him. He's like, yeah, let me help you. I know you're struggling. I'm like, really, dude? Okay, I'm not gonna say no. Did I feel comfortable with him helping me? Yes, because it was from him. And it was fun too. It was not only work, it was fun together. So, it was like just chilling. It's just like a chilling, but we also work on a project, which is cool. I don't feel comfortable with that. I wouldn't be asking people for help always, because I would feel so bad. I would feel so bad. Give me a sec. She just cleaned her balcony, and some of my stuff's gonna go over on the balcony. My balcony is as dirty as the apartment, so. But they're kind of complex. It's addictive. It's addictive. I was seeing a person. This was the craziest thing. And this is also, again, I better do this video why making content is so hard. Other things, because I was going to a show because I wanted to film it, and then I ended up really enjoying the show, but I couldn't really enjoy it because I was talking to people. At the same time, when I talk about people, and I say, I had a dude come up to me, and he's talking to me. And I don't know why he chose me, but he's talking to me. And at first, the first thing he told me is like, oh, I haven't got out of the apartment. I haven't got out of my house for 2 years. Okay, I understand. I was like that with you. I was lonely, so I talked a lot. It's a natural feeling. It's a natural need to talk a lot. So I allow him. And then he started talking for a long time. Then he started telling me his story. I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but first of all, I don't know you. Second of all, I'm not gonna talk to you after this. Third of all, this is a show. Like, this is some good music. Why aren't you listening? Just enjoy the moment, right? But again, I saw some distress in his eyes. I was like, okay, well, this guy is lonely. Possibly doesn't have a lot of friends. It's okay, I understand. And then, the craziest thing happened. One of his friends came in. And I started talking. And then I stopped existing. And my first reaction was like, okay, well, this is fucking rude. No bye, no good luck, no whatever. You were talking to me for 20 minutes. Not even a bye. And the second time, I was like, dude, I wasn't really helping this guy. This guy was kind of using me as a verbal punching bag, Did I care? No, because I understood where you came from. But what he did was wrong. Did I care? I don't care if you're doing something wrong. For example, right? You're hungry. You're really hungry. And you steal. You're hungry, okay. Or if you steal because there's a thrill to it. I sold a DVD. You're not hungry. You're not gonna sell that shit. If you sell a DVD, you're gonna sell it for how much? For $2, $3? You're not gonna pay the rent, right? So that's the kind of thing. But then you get addicted. I saw this video on Instagram yesterday, and it was brilliant. It was fucking amazing. I gotta say though, this was really good content. So this guy is almost a paparazzi. What he does is gonna meet celebrity. I'm gonna say a high five. Can I take a high five? And people are laughing. Celebrities are laughing. What he does, which is really smart, is in one hand he does a high five, in the other hand he has a camera. So I'll take some really. Oops. I didn't have one overheat of the phone, so I'm really happy. So what he does, he takes really up close picture with a quality camera, and the photos are extraordinary. I gotta say, the photos were extraordinary. I'm gonna try to find his channel and I'll put it in the description. They're amazing. They're amazing. Like, honestly, bro, crazy. Crazy. And he took a picture with a actress called, what's her name? Courtney Cox. She's not a porn star. She's actually very popular. Might have heard of her and Friends. She's really cute too, by the way. She is like 62, 63, and she's smoking hot. Yes. So, the first thing he says, that's a million views right there. I was like, oh, dude, that is so fucking shitty to say. But it's addictive. It's addictive. You're chasing the thrill. A lot of people that gamble are gambling because of the thrill, because of the possibility to make it big. A lot of people that those extreme sport are doing for the thrill. I could, end my life here. Do you hear that? It's so nice to have videos that are viral. It's so nice to have likes. It's nice to have comments. Like, I'm a small channel. I don't get a lot of comments. But most of the comments I get are positive. Like, keep up the good work, or hey, you're talking well. Hey, I love that video. Thank you so much. Which was really cool. And it's kind of mind blowing. Kind of mind blowing that this happened. I'm a normal dude. I'm a normal person. Yes, I'm a normal person. I know it's hard to believe that I'm normal, but somehow I am. And yeah. So, with that being said, of course, it was really nice to see how good he was. It was really nice to see the content, but the person behind the scene was, And then there's a lot of people that are, they're coming out as being horrible. Mr. Beat came out as being questionable, allegedly. I'm not gonna get in trouble. So and then you worship those false idols. You worship people that are simple people, Guys, this is fucking gorgeous. This is fucking gorgeous. Look at this. Wow. So yeah, so there's this content creator called Jacksepticeye. You know him. Very popular. Or used to be very popular. You saw what the content was becoming. He's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And because he spoke about how the platform is changing, we are blacklisted, right? Either you follow the change or you're left behind, which is a very normal thing to say. It's a very normal thing in life. Either you follow the change, either you adapt to the situation, or you get left behind. That's very normal. Yeah, addictive. Numbers are addictive. For the longest time, YouTube Studio, I was doing my analytics. And I was unloving it. And I was like, dude, this is just showing how much of a loser you are. I began to doubt myself, And then you see me working hard. Am I really working hard? Not really. Am I putting description in videos? Not really. Am I editing content for gaming? Yes, but not really. I'm not adding effects, I'm just taking clips, I'm just clipping, which is super easy. This video right here, that's a cool thing. This video right here will be untouched. I'm gonna post it, I'm gonna find a title. By the way, title was found an hour 15 minutes ago, but I don't have to think about it. I'm gonna post it. You know what? You know what's insane? I know exactly how much space this is gonna take. Right now, this is about 11 gig. I upload 8 gig per hour. So, long story short, we have been uploading. We are gonna take it 2 hours. Not 2 hours, but with tower and shit like that, it's gonna take 3 hours to upload. The next 3 hours, I don't have to worry about content. I'm still gonna do content, but yeah. But for some people that are working behind the scenes, for some people that are working even more than I do, I'll be right back. I have to go bathroom. False alert, it was a fart. So yes, people, it is the amount of time that you're putting in, it's the amount of work. And then there's this worse, smarter, not harder. And then there's this system, right? There's this program. Like, the number of things you can do automatically. I found something called Restream, where, this is an insane story. Which is, again, we're trying to multi-stream, so I want to stream on TikTok also. Because I got a bigger community, first of all, and there's more cash on TikTok. Whoopsies. So, yeah. It's kinda nuts. And you know what? You know what kind of bugged me also about the situation? I'm gonna say, I was really pissed off at the person yesterday for writing that. She didn't do anything wrong, but I was really like, dude, you're such a... This is using people, you know that. You might not think that it is, but it is. And if you look at her channel, she has 5,600 something followers. You should be happy with that. This is a lot more than a lot of people. You should be thankful for that. Fuck views, fuck likes. You had some form of success. Congratulations. Imagine having no success. I got a guy yesterday. It's funny. This is coming clean, okay? Yesterday I did some reaction to comments. One of the comments that I got on the gaming channel was like, hey, you know what? You know what? And this is kind of crazy too. This is the dark side of making content. We gotta get into that too, psychological aspect of it. This guy was like, I don't have anything to say about this video, but I want reaction videos. I did a reaction and I was pretending I didn't know what he meant. I knew what she meant. You're a piece of shit, right? Or there's this guy, that's a funny thing too, where he's commenting on a lot of shit. He's liking a lot of shit. Being very supportive. And even if it wasn't supportive, I would have done a reaction video. So when people leave comments on TikTok, I like to answer with a video. Why? It's easy content. It's easy content. And it's interacting with you guys. So it's easy content, plus it gives a sense that I'm really close to my community, which is good. Because I wish I was closer, but I'm not that close. You see, that's the thing. The people I'm close to on social media, I'm really close to. The people I'm not close to, I'm not close to. There's no in-between, there's no middle. Is there a middle possibly somewhere? Absolutely. You can have friends when they're not close to you. I think that's possible, but I prefer having a small group of friends that are really close. Anyway, so I come in, and I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. This guy, he's saying, hey, please, I'm a big fan of yours. Can I have a video? And usually I would say no. But anyway, he was supportive. So I gave him a video. And then guess what? Disappeared. Which is nuts. It's nuts. Or I'll get blocked by people because I don't like videos or I'm not supporting them. One of my biggest fights, and this is now we're getting into the psychological aspect of it, right? So this is part 3 of our video. The psychological aspect. I told this story a million times about the guy. You guys possibly heard me say this before, but there was this guy who's very unstable, and his dream was to make content, but the content he was doing was me. It was talking about subjects that might not interest people, right? And if you're lucky, it interests people. If you're not lucky, it doesn't interest people, and that's okay. You gotta put. See, when I do content, or when people do content, you're putting yourself out there. People might not fuck with what you're saying. People might not care about what you're talking about, and that's okay. That is perfectly fine. That's perfectly normal. You can expect everything to happen for you. It'll happen if it's meant to happen, and if it doesn't happen, well, it wasn't meant to happen. That's simple as that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you tried and failed. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with expecting that you succeed. The guy comes in, and he's like, oh wow, guess what? I don't know, understand. I'm doing live and nobody comes. Because nobody cares, bro. Oh my god. Okay, we'll talk about two stories. This is a great story, by the way. I'm gonna get something to eat because I'm hungry. You see? This is the craziest thing. You guys, I started this video about an hour ago. I was tired. Look at me now. Am I tired? What changed? Nothing. Oh, I got a text. Starting at where is it? Starting at 8:30, so now we're 15. On the menu, pure protein birthday cake. It's actually pretty good. What is that? Daily values. It's so funny. On this bar, they're saying 15% more is a lot. The only thing that has 50% more is saturated fat. Nice promotion over here. Legally speaking, they have to say that. Birthday cake, it smells delicious. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Thanks, Mom. And this guy come in, and I feel bad for him. Because, oh my god. He's the weird duck. And I was the weird duck. And when I see this, I recognize myself in it. I'm like, yeah. This is ink. I'm gonna tell you what is my secret. This is one of my biggest secrets. This is a secret, don't tell. Okay. I'm possibly one of the weirdest person you'll ever meet. I'm just able to sell it. I sell being weird, and people buy it. And this guy, I was in a chat and he was getting mad at me because I wasn't tapping the stream. Like, dude, you're doing battles, and you have somebody in your streams. What the fuck do you expect, right? It's just dumb. It's just dumb. So, then, what ended up happening? It was really simple. That was really good. Really good. I want that piece. Satisfy you. It should be enough to satisfy you. 35%. We got 35%. We got 40%. So yeah, actually pretty good. Actually pretty good. So, with that being said, now my neighbors are out. I'm gonna be filming something else because I don't want them to think I'm filming them. Crystal Light, lime and lemon, delicious. One's gonna be enough, yeah. So this is 1.5. But you gotta have this really strong mix. You don't need a strong mix. Remember, addictive. Being life for who you are is addictive. Being successful is addictive. See? This is gonna be very psychological, but fuck it. We're being sold this idea. By the way, this is my longest video since fucking months, so this is really good. I love doing that. No. Usually there's a little bit of powder left, so I get to enjoy a little bit of a tasty treat. You've been raised, you've been bred, you've been taught at school that very little amount of people are successful. And you believed it. So when you have a success, you're like, I'm not supposed to have success. I'm just this average Joe. I'm just this average dude. Success is not for me. It isn't meant for me. It was never meant for me, right? And that's true. That's the truth. Bit noisy, huh? See, we're talking about cool job. People will judge you for picking up garbage. They won't work themselves, so the fuck do I care your opinion? If you knew how much money you were making out of this, crazy. Crazy, dude. Crazy. There you go, the hair refining slaying. I feel like cutting them, but I don't want to. And I'm working up, I'm hiding music. I'll tell my boss. So yeah, it's very addictive. But also it's very destructive. If you don't have the number, you kind of like, oh, I'm not good enough. If you're not successful, being yourself, like, oh, maybe I should be somebody else, right? Notice something. I want to sound like a conspiracy theorist. All popular content creators have something in common. Now, either it's natural, or they were born with it, or it was taught to them. It's a different thing. The YouTube for kids are kids being trained to be content creator. Understand that. This is nuts. This is completely nuts. There was this guy, you might hate him, Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty was a multi-millionaire at the age of 14. How many people can say that? Not a lot of people, you know? So it's kind of nice. It's kind of really nice. It's kind of really nice when you think about it. I can't believe. Delicious. What about your aspiration? Right? A lot of people are going to be making social content for fame and fortune. This is what I think people go a bit wrong. And here why. If you're doing something, expecting something in return. See, and this is also something that you're taught. Hey, if you work, you'll get paid. Imagine. Wow, I'll get paid? Okay, well, I'll work. How many things that I do that I get no results versus something I do and I get results? That's not how life works. you should be rewarded for your hard work. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be rewarded. What is the hardest job ever? A father, a mother, yes. What is the reward for that? Love. Can you quantify love? Not really, right? Not really. When you're gonna be changing diapers and you're gonna be a puke on your shoulder. And say, oh well, I like love, but that doesn't pay for the shirt and doesn't pay for the smell, you know. And that's part of life. It's one of the most beautiful thing in life. Being of parents is amazing, you know. So yeah, so if you're doing something expecting something else, see the problem with expecting something, if it doesn't happen, you'll be disappointed. So by doing something for something, you're having, I was gonna say hopes, but I'm gonna say expectation. And expectations can be failed. And you're like, oh fuck. What do you think about this? You know? So it's nice, it's really nice. Now, for the shame thing, see, if something doesn't work, you try harder. So when I called it not to work, what I did, simple. I just worked harder. I just worked harder and harder and harder and harder. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? What about the ADHD part? See, a lot of people think I'm fucking crazy because I made 40,000 videos over the last 4 years. Do you realize that the only thing that I accomplished in the last 4 years was that? What else did I do? I work at 9 to 5. When I lost my job, what could I have done? Play a video game, masturbate? That would have been really nice. That would have been really nice too. Holy fuck, why didn't I do that? But long term, was it fulfilling? No. No, it wasn't. You know? It makes you wonder. You know? And then the psychological thing of it also is you're constantly hunting for numbers. And then there's this fear of, so I'm gonna be super sexist over here, super misogynistic. Women have a bigger fear of aging than men, right? And that's why they use Botox, and that's why they're tinting their hair. It's very rare that you're gonna see a woman with white hair. Notice that. It's very rare. Compared to a man with white hair, they're very rare. There's a reason for that. Men tend to go for younger women. There's this constant fear of, he's gonna cheat on me with somebody younger, right? And men age more gracefully, you know? Kind of look like shit when you're not, but when you're an old man, kind of look good, you know? So yeah, so women are afraid of getting replaced. And because they're afraid of getting replaced, they create themselves those not problem, but yeah, those fears. Well, content creator is exactly the same thing. If somebody's gonna become more popular than I am, how many content creators fell off just because they were old school? A lot of them. It's kind of crazy. See, I was talking about Jacksepticeye. I don't like the dude. The reason why I don't like Jacksepticeye is very simple. He's against the trend of using money and bigger stakes and like that. But himself was part of a trend where when you play a game, you have to overreact. You have to have colorful hair. You have to be almost cartoonish. Him, Markiplier, PewDiePie. That was years ago. So you create a fade, but because you were in it, you don't care. Now there's a new fade, you're not in it, you care. You did an ad of Magic the Gathering, which is really cool, by the way. Final Fantasy, I'm gonna get it back soon. I hope so. Nobody said, hey, there's Jacksepticeye. It became irrelevant. Another thing, Nikocado Avocado, however, it's a really weird thing. This is a whole video in itself. You gain a lot of weight, and he was doing like kind of mockumentary or kind of hate bait content. He was getting a lot of hate, and then he lost the weight, and like, yeah, I was prepared for the hate. You guys were calling me fat yesterday, but I'm skinny. You just didn't know. You just didn't care. And now he's falling off. Nobody cares about him. He used to get a million views per video. He gets 25,000. That's a huge drop. What happened? Well, and now the content he's doing is perfect. And then the content he's doing is much happier here. He's much happier. However, he's still chasing for hits. So he'll do things like, please write me question, I'll answer question in the comments. So why he's doing that, it's not because he's the reason why he's doing that is because YouTube will see comments as an engagement. The more engagement, the more they'll promote your videos. And I know I just said, well, I answered videos with TikTok, but TikTok doesn't pay me. It will never pay me because there's no currency. Well, for now, there's no creative funds in Canada, which means you cannot get paid in Canada. You can change your VPN, but then it's so stupid because if you change your VPN, you'll make some cash. But if they find you out, they'll delete the channel, right? I was talking about another person and I forgot that. The darker side of making content. And this I never talked about. And the reason why I never talked about this is because it happened yesterday. So you guys know that I don't watch a lot of things. I watch a series here and there when I'm making content. So I'll watch Overlord. But I have this plan of recapping Overlord. The content I'm making is kind of cool because we're playing a lot of Gundam lately. And Gundam, narratively speaking, is very interesting. It's a very cool game. It's very cool. I like it a lot. So the fact that we're playing a lot doesn't matter because, narratively speaking, we're getting our fill. Philadelphia Collins. 52 minutes, which means we've been recording for an hour 50. You know how I know? Because it's telling me how much time I recorded. Forget I'm recording the gameplay. Duh. So I watch battles. This is my only so TikTok battles are the only content that I watch on a daily basis where there's, oh man, this is tough. This is the only content I watch on a daily basis where there's no gain for me. I'm not getting smarter, I'm not learning shit, I'm not getting, it's just dumbass content. Thought about this because I used to watch Jerry Springer, which I love. Rest in peace, Jerry. Big loss. Maury Povich is just trash TV. Just reality TV, make fun of those people. You make fun of those people. I make fun of those people. Everybody makes fun of those people. And it's two garbage people. So the one I watch the most are Shaye and Max Boy. The reason why I'm watching them is when it comes to French Canada, so TikTok is complex. TikTok, if you don't know the name of the content creator, they'll push around. So for example, TikTok is weird because they'll push around 3 type of people. The most popular. It's about Kaby Lane, Charlie D'Amelio, I don't know. I don't fucking care. And then they'll push something else. They'll push people that you search for. So for example, Genesis. Genesis is super fucking funny. Genesis doesn't like TikTok at all. Genesis is, however, this is how good of a friend he is, and this is why, I want to work with this guy, because he doesn't give a fuck about TikTok, but still, he watched the level, and he's aware of the marketing, or the financial aspect of it. Now, does he want to make content? Yes. Does he do it? Is he cursed right now? Yes. It's a great thing. He talks about the behind the scene. I don't. I'm a bit too active, I'm a bit too active, not enough of a thinker. A bit too much of a doer, not enough of a thinker. Tinker Bell. So that's why I watch these 2 people. Now these 2 people are fucking garbage. One of them, there's recording of him hitting his stepmom, hitting his girlfriend. He scammed some people. He made some lottery draws that was fake. So for example, what he would do is he would take a piece of Scotch tape and put it on the bottom of a plate. So whatever he had to do, he had to have to find a name that was thick, and he knew it was the name. So he cheated. The other guy, Max Boy is a piece of shit. Always complaining, always scamming people. He really scammed a lot of people. And those are the 2. So what am I trying to say is TikTok will push you. I'm so sorry. ADHD. TikTok will push content creators that are from your neighborhood or from your vicinity. So let's say you live in Italy. They'll push Italian content creator towards you because they're Italian. I'm French Canadian, so they're pushing Australian. No, they're pushing French Canadian. although Australian are pretty cool. No hate over here. No hate. How crazy is this? And we started so tired and now we're good. I don't fucking understand. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. This is a good system. I don't know why. So they're pushing this content creator, and these are the two most hated people on the platform. So it's watching to people. Okay, so for example, right? I'm gonna give you this very specific thing. To me, TikTok battles are gladiator. It's attacking each other, and the people are cheering on. Saying, "Oh my God, you stab him with your sword. You're so cool." No, you're not cool. You're killing someone. This is not cool. This is the longest ass video that I did in a while, and I'm kind of proud of myself for that. Why? I don't fucking know, but I am, which is a good thing, I guess. No, it's a good thing. So, oh yeah. Okay, so it's gladiator, right? And then you realize that what if in the gladiator ring there's two people. One of them killed his wife and his children, and the other one he torture people. Cool. I don't want to see them get hurt because they're bad people. They're two bad people hurting each other. There's no harm done. And yesterday I saw something, and it was possibly the most disgusting thing I've saw in a while. And it was disgusting. So I like Shayi, the one who hit his stepmom and the one who did a trick, because he's a piece of shit, but he knows it. He doesn't pretend like this is the perfect amount. This is tasty as fuck. Ooh. Maybe the amount of sugar I had was the reason why I'm so awake. Maybe. Oh, by the way, I got this guy in my fucking DM. You know you are. If you watch this, you know you are. Talking to me about products that I'm not gonna have. Kinder cards, Kinder fucking, she bonbon. You're something bonbon. And this is nuts, right? She used to talk to me every single day. Now she stopped. Do I care? And the guy, he doesn't care about being an asshole. It's like, this is me. But guess what? I'm entertaining, and you like watching me. I'm funny, which is true. The guy pretends like he's a good guy. The other guy, he comes in, and right away, he's like, okay, well, this is a battle. He doesn't spend time with his community. He doesn't care about his community. He just wants to make money, which it shows. Now the first thing. The second thing, yesterday, he has some celebrity. He talks to him at a third person. So this is, I don't know if you guys have this in English, but in French we have this. So for example, my real name is Stéphane. So imagine if I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to you and I'm talking about Stéphane. But instead of just saying je, which is I'm saying he. Who the fuck are you? Like for example, I talk to you and we're talking about candies, Kinder. And I'm telling you Stéphane loves peach ring. Stéphane likes coffee crisps. Oh, I fucking love that. But I don't use the I. So like, who the fuck do you think you are, dude? This is weird. Don't talk to yourself. Talk about yourself normally. You know, that's how you're being. It's like, there's this. Okay, so in English, the guys don't have that. In French, we have that. So in English, you have I, you, he, she, us, them. Yeah, that's it. In French, we have je, which is I. We have tu, which is a bastardized version of you. If you're talking to your friends, you say tu. If you're talking about somebody with respect, you say vous, which is vous voyez, which is a form of respect. It's like a form of, when you have a teacher, you say mademoiselle, you, miss. Your parents, you're supposed to say vous. It's a form of respect, right? And it's very submissive, but hey. I guess it's a cultural thing, right? So, and this guy talks about himself in this third period, and he's been lonely, and he feels like he's a celebrity. So he's telling himself, Max Boy does this, Max Boy does that. And yesterday, he spent, and I swear to God, by the way, I got it recorded. I didn't record it live, but oh my God. Look at this. This is so beautiful because you see this Ray. I love making content. Holy fuck, do I love this? This is, it's hard, but it's the best job ever. It's the best job ever. Imagine you have this job, right? And you make some friends, and you make a community, and you have a helpful, healthy surrounding. It's beautiful. So then, he's lonely and he's horny. So somebody says, when's the last time he, as a joke, to make fun of him because they made fun of him because he's not liked. So it's like, oh, you're single. It's like, when the last time you saw a pair of tits? Literally, I got recorded. I was recording the gameplay, but you can also hear the show in the background. So he's asking for a pair of tits, right? No, I'm so sorry. Somebody tells him to make fun of him. It's like, when the last time you saw some tits? Like, oh, it's been a while. And then it gives him the idea of, I could get some tits because I'm popular. He spent 20 minutes talking about tits. 20 minutes. Now, in TikTok battles, what they'll do is they'll do it big battles. So a big battle is what? Big battle is a planned battles where your follower will go all out. Like, for example, right? I'm a content creator, I do battles. And I do 2 battles per night. I'm live every single day, without fail. I do 2 battles per night. So you know that I'm gonna get around 700. No. Yes. 712 battle total, right? 712 battles total. That's your maximum, right? So then you're not gonna be there 700 times. Then I'm gonna do the big battles, and I'm like, listen, this happens twice a year, so please be there. And you're not gonna be there for 700 battles. You'll be there for 2 battles, right? That's what they're doing. And then nobody's participating, nobody's clicking the screen, nobody's got gift points, nobody's gifting. And he's like, guys, what is going on? Why are we losing? And you don't realize that you've been talking about tits and wanting to get some tits in DMs for the last 20 minutes. You think people like that? You think people love it? Not you fucking dumbass. People don't like that. So they just leave because they're uncomfortable. And then he rage quit because, oh, I don't get money. Like, oh, if I'm not here tomorrow, I'll cancel the battles. I'm not gonna get humiliated. So I told you, 2 garbage people. So why is that important for what we're saying? Because I don't know if there was a garbage people before he got famous. I don't go if there was a garbage people before all of TikTok. And now this is another subject. When we talk about celebrities, we used to talk about film stars, we talk about radio stars, we talk about a lot of things. Right now we're watching Howard Stern. Howard Stern, because the amount of stuff that he used to do is insane, it's dark, it's crazy, right? It's dark. It's amazing though. Those people were a bunch, is one person out of 1,000 could possibly make it out, and a movie actor. One person, a lot of them was extra, right? So when you have to do PR, when you have to train somebody to be not an asshole, and to be humble, and to be a good person, and to have good values, and to look good on camera, you didn't have to train everybody. You had to train one person. Imagine, right? I take a razor, and I shave my hairs, and I shave my eyebrows, and I shave my mustache, and I shave everything. I'm gonna look like shit. And I'm gonna make a video that's gonna get 1,000 views, right? And then I'm gonna get addicted to it. I'm gonna get something further. I'm gonna steal from a store. I'm gonna do something criminal just to get some views. This person, they'll get famous. They didn't learn how to be a good person. They became famous by doing some bad stuff. There's a lot of people that are against, like there's a couple of content creators that are shitty. They're shitty IRL, they're making fun of each other, they're aggressive. You're enabling that behavior by watching them. We had Fusi last year, who was a crash out king. Every single day, a crash out, every single day. A shitty human being. He was so fucking shitty. Why? Because people watched him for that. They wanted to do that. They wanted him to do that. And then you're blaming him like, oh, Fusi, why are you so shitty? I don't know. maybe because you allow it, maybe because you permit it. That's a very different thing. I allow you to be shitty. Why? Because I'm watching you and I'm saying, hey, you're fucking funny. Here's some cash. It's so fucked up, right? Mentally speaking, you're giving ego and power to people that shouldn't have ego or power. Like, this is gonna be wrong to me to say, but back in the day we had kings. And when he was a prince, right? They were trained at a very young age to be a good king, to be attentive. They were trained for that. They were trained when he became king. It's like, oh my god, this king is so good. How come? Well, because he was shaped for it. It's possibly not natural. It's possibly some learned behavior. So God in creation is a different world. It is a craziness. It is make it big or go home. It is amazing. It is this almost dream that we're selling you. But it's a reasonable little dream. But you know what? You have more chance of being a content creator than winning the lottery. Right? But but with every single thing, there's just one thing. I'm gonna have to go because I'm gonna have to go to work. With every single thing, there's one thing. This one thing is the most important. Risk and rewards. Or the reward worth the risk. I love you guys. Take it easy. Yes. Don't blink us your bullying. Welcome to our show. Everything walk with having a wonderful day on this 26th April to June. Boom. 2025. Just a little bit of a good job, Steph. Good job. Today we did for the first time in months. We did a video, and I swear to God, it lasts 1 hour 46 minutes. Yeah. Well, it's 2 parts, but both of them they're 1 hour 46, and it is insane. I didn't do that in a while, and I don't know if it wasn't because I wasn't passionate, I wasn't patient enough, I wasn't giving a fuck enough, but we just did it, and it feels so good to be making long form content. The weather, the beautiful scene behind us, it's just so worth it, and it's just so worth it, and it just goes to show, it just goes to push you, in a sense of this is what I really want to do. If you can do something for 2 hours, you can do something for 8 hours, and be happy about it, pursue it. The sunrise, the fact that we were tired, we started tired, and then we somehow make it up. Ah, what a time to be alive. What a dream. What a fucking dream. Wow. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Everything well because I'm having a wonderful day. On this 26th June 2025, we're doing a second in a row, if I can say. 16% shit. We've been filming for 1 hour 52, so that's normal. What would I say? Oh yeah, welcome to a second in a row. Self-love video. No, not like this. Or like this, depends on what you like. Don't judge. We just did 1 hour 52 minutes videos. 7:42, which means that we started at 5:40. I was tired, and for some reason I was super tired. And now look at me, I'm okay. So this system is very wonderful. Waking up is the hard part. When you're awake, you're good. This is how good your body is. We just did a fucking shit ton of content, and I'm so proud of myself. Why? Because I got my ass out of bed. Why? Because I made the effort. Why? Because somehow, somewhere, I feel better than when I started. And that's gonna mean something. That's gonna be positive, right? Now we're going to work. We're gonna work in like an hour. So, let's fucking go. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. The reason why I'm making these videos is it's important to give credit where credit is due. And sometimes you have to tell yourself, I love you. You have to tell yourself you're doing some good job. It's hard because it's selfish, it's egocentric. But she's protecting your inner peace, so little food for thought. Okay, let's go. Now I need to go to work. I need to go to work. Because somehow I worked. And it is so obscene. I should just make a scene. Oh, I wish she knew my name. Oh, I wish you could be there. I wish I didn't feel shame. But somehow I'm quite humane. Oh, I wish you loved me. But I am a wallet daddy. And that's kinda shitty. Okay. You look around me, and all I seem to see people going nowhere, expecting sympathy. Life is what happened while you're busy making your excuses. Another day, another casualty. But that won't happen to me. Whoa, 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 don't you know I'm gonna make it out this town? Whoa, What is that? Great game. Great game. What the heck is that? I don't think it's gonna work, dude. Misery loves company, Len. So gone. You miss me when I'm gone. The heck?
Hello,
Good morning, mister.
ça va bien?
Ça va bien, toi?
Oui.
Écoute, je prends une douche puis j'arrive.
OK.
Papa,
Oui.
tu m'as texté que mon oncle Justin s'en vient. Est-ce que tu veux que je sois parti à 9h?
Alors, lui, il arrive à 9 h.
Tu veux que je sois parti à 9h?
Non, non.
OK.
Mais quand il va être là pour prendre le travail, il faut qu'il soit là aussi.
Oh, ouais, pas de problème. Je mange, je vais partir vers 9h.
En tout cas, mais...
Je lui dirai allô, puis en même temps, je partirai.
OK, mais de toute façon, c'est juste pour que tu saches que... il a dit vers 9 h.
Mais non, papa, il n'y a pas de problème, mais c'est juste que c'est bon que tu me dises ton horaire aussi, là.
Ouais.
C'est 9h, c'est parfait. Fait que je prends une douche, puis j'arrive, OK?
OK. So,
Bye, pa.
Bye.
And all I seem to see is people going nowhere. Good morning. know yet, no, not like you to say sorry. Different story. This time I'm mistaken. For you, her eyes were breaking.